What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another very late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, we're going to do for the first time in a while, actually, viewer request deck, I guess I could call it. One subscriber Lemure posted on the Mythic video. Where I was playing mono white when I got into Mythic in standard, but then I posted two decks in the video description, and the other one was the Alchemy deck that I also played heavily to get me to Mythic, alongside the standard mono white deck. And Lemure here wanted wanted to see me play it, and why it is that I have the Gambit card in the deck. He said I maybe remove that card, and he doesn't quite know when it is that he should play it. So I thought, perfect. So like when, as a content creator, I see this type of thing, I sort of just like, okay, I don't have to come up with something new today. I've already got this deck, and I'm already good with it, and let me just like show it off. So that's what we're gonna do tonight, and it's also prompted an idea. I think what I'm going to do is a little bit of a meta week, because to be honest, I haven't been checking in with it that much at all. Even though I've paid for the premium subscription, I've been so caught up in just grinding and making new brews that I've kind of not been keeping an eye too much really in depth on this. And I even remember mentioning in the video when I hit Mythic, like, oh look, I'm playing this like top meta deck from Alchemy. But, even if I shrink it down to Diamond and Mythic only, Alchemy, best of one from December 9th to now. Boros Dragons is, wait, here. Boop, boop. This is the Alchemy meta. Diamond to Mythic. Oh, okay, there we go. That makes a lot more sense. So tier 1, second deck from the top, we have Boros Dragons. And of these, the one with the highest win rate, you see there's not that many matches. It seems to have kind of stopped being popular. That's what I mean. But when I kind of got the idea from Untapped.gg and then BrewLabified it a little bit, it was like top of the meta, loads of matches. Now it's like petering off, and like the highest win rate one here is about 57.9%, and it's completely different from mine. It's just a bunch of dragons and like some really terrible spells, in my opinion. This is kind of like the old stuff. This one down here with Alchemist, Gambit, and Angelfire Ignition is more similar to mine, but still horrible win rate. And I just wanted to show off a little bit and compare. This is the deck on my Untapped.gg, so you can go and check it out. And the run I've had this season with it. The little bits in white are all the times I've played it from Platinum into Mythic. And as you can see, most of the times I play it, the line goes up. And my total win rate, upwards of 50 matches, is 70%. So my version is either I'm really good or it's a little bit better than the current top meta one here. And without further ado, long-winded way of saying that we're going to jump into tonight's brew. Where's it? Down here. Boros Whelp. I've just made a few little adjustments. The original version that I copied had 4 Alchemist Gambit, 4 Angelfire Ignitions, no Nadaar, 4 Orb of Dragonkind, and then they just went for 4 Moonveil Regents. There was no Manaform Hellkite. And I think there was only 2 Velomachus. And I just switched things up a little bit, and I added the Nadaar, which I really like. Sometimes you don't get that accelerator for your 4 drops on turn 3, which is what you're really trying to do. But if you don't have Fearsome Whelp in your hand and you don't have Orb of Dragonkind, maybe you've already mulliganed once, you're like, I don't really want to mulligan again. Then it's nice to have a turn 3 play that's, does some pretty good stuff. And like having that little bit of dungeon venture mechanic sprinkled in has actually been pretty sweet in some matches. But to answer the viewer's question, Alchemist Gambit. Well, first of all, we can easily cast it for its cleave cost because of the Goldspan Dragon and the various treasures that we're producing. But also, you can just cast it for its normal cost at very, very epic times. Like, either you swing in with your Velomachus, and it's one of the cards in the top, 7 cards of your library, and you can play it for free. You choose the front side, but that you'll only ever do if your opponent's tapped out, and all you need is one more turn, and then you're going to win. So then it doesn't matter about the second part of the clause. But most of the time, I swing in with a Goldspan and just do it Alrund's Epiphany style. You've got 2 treasures and a bunch of untapped mana, and you just get a proper clean extra turn without losing the game at the end of it. And you can just cast it for its cleave cost. So it's epic. It's really epic. I hate extra turn cards, but in this brew, it's just been game ending. Like, the opponent clearly thinks they're going to get out of it. They're going to have one last turn, and then you just hit it with the Velomachus, and they just scoop it up straight away. Then, yeah, I mean, the rest is pretty straightforward. There's only Dragon's Fire as removal, but these dragons can, you can do 5 damage off of Velomachus or 4 of Goldspan. It's usually enough, and you can grow them bigger with Angelfire Ignition. So sometimes you can do like 6-7 damage with Dragon's Fire. Then Double Strike with Kai's Onslaught is insane. You just put it on your Velomachus. It also gets +1/+1 and Double Strike. So you're doing 12 damage in the air with Vigilance. It's usually also game ending. You just foretell it and put it on your Goldspan at any point. Becomes a 5/5 with Double Strike. It's just so good. It's won me a bunch of games where they even divide by 0 one of your dragons, and then they're tapped out, and then you just put the Kaya's Onslaught on the other one. Bam, bam. This deck's ridiculous. I really hope to show you in the footage. But yeah, it's all made possible by the Fearsome Whelp. We want to start with opening hands where we have either Fearsome Whelp or Orb of the Dragonkind to help us ramp into Town-razer Tyrant. Turn 3 is just so busted. I can't tell you the number of games where the opponent just scoops as soon as they see that. It's like 3 mana 4/4 that destroys an opponent's land on turn 3 is very difficult to overcome. Who would have thunk? This is probably one of the cards that's up for nerfing in the upcoming ban. Well, it's not ban and restriction. They'll call it rebalancing patch or whatever. Then, like in the janky deck from Thursday, the Manaform Hellkite Angelfire thing is just super nice, making those 4/4 potentially Dragon Illusions and giving your Manaform Hellkite +2/+2 and all of this stuff is just great, and also gaining us life because of the lifelink is great in this deck because it's the only way that we have of gaining a bit of life. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Sometimes Moonveil Regent is amazing, cast it as the last card in your hand. Now your hand is empty. Every turn you get to kind of draw an extra card off of the Moonveil Regent. Super duper nice. Yeah, and then the mana base. Super duper simple. We just got 4 temples because it's a dragon deck. And, so that means we've essentially got 12 sources of mana that we can sort of pick. It's really easy to get the right mana sorted. 2 dens and no Field of Ruins. It's just aggro, aggro, aggro. Try to end these games quick. All right. I actually managed to climb the ladder a little bit today with this deck. It's super good. If you could be so kind as to consider subscribing to the channel if you have not done so already. We are sitting on 475, so thank you for the new subscribers. Welcome to the BrewLab. When we hit 500, the giveaway is going to be triggered. We're almost there, so subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Now that is a hand you don't want to keep. It's not good, but it's better than nothing. So we've got one of the accelerants. We need to draw one more land. I think we make it red. So we need double red. And if we draw one more land, we can cast both of these on turn 3. Yeah, we've got one more chance to draw a land. Otherwise, we're behind. We have to start kind of using removal. Yes! Baby! Even without the Whelp, you can get the turn 3 Town-razer, and it's just... yeah, it reveals the dragon. That's pretty sucky. Does he have the Whelp? No Whelp. We need one more land for the Goldspan. Does he have another Dragon's Fire? No. Doesn't look like it. It's the same deck, or like maybe the mono red variant. Oh, he does have another one. Well, maybe you should have saved it. Now we've got mana for our one up. And it's down to 12. 10. We just top deck like Kaya's thingy. Kaya's Onslaught. GG. And people who play Goldspan, they never like hold it back, you know? That's fantastic. You can just Angelfire our Goldspan. No mana. Oh, it's just beautiful. Skadoosh. Now he's outside of range. Lol. That's gonna be game over, baby. Let's get another dragon. Something good. Come on. Can I cast it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. First game victory on camera always just sets the tone, makes me feel good. And you know, that I'm not just talking absolute rubbish to you when I recommend this brew. It's freaking insane. If you've got the wildcards for it, you can definitely also fiddle with things like most people have 4 Goldspan Dragons by now. It's an old card, but like not everything has to be in there exactly like that. But I would definitely recommend the 4 Town-razer Tyrants, 4 Fearsome Whelps. I mean, yeah, anyway. On to the next match. I've learned to keep a glass of water now next to me, so it's not that gigantic blue plastic thing that's crackling while I'm trying to take a sip. Aqualung 23. Let's go. 94. I don't like this new little symbol. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, sometimes when you're lacking that nice turn 3 usual thing with the Town-razer, Nadaar, it can be really good, and we can like Angelfire Nadaar, make him into like a 5/5 with Vigilance. Okay. Never mind. Top deck the Whelp. We can even cast the Orb. Boom. I made this one white, so let's go red. Skadoosh. Sure. Here comes the usual, like, 3 freaking Blizzard Brawls in a row that they always seem to have in the top 10 cards of the library. Okay. Nice for a change. Probably won't block if you want to try and swing. Okay. Should we do this? Or this? I think it's this. Douche. That decision is always so nice to see. When they're like, oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. This could mean straight away that Averbrook caretaker or whatever. It's pretty dodgy. I reckon I'm gonna kill her straight up with Dragon's Fire, like right now. Skadoosh. So we could do the damage next turn. As long as he doesn't remove any of the flyers, we're good. Just have one more white source off the top. That would just be the one. Because then we can Angelfire and Kaya. Sure. You're still dead, buddy. Damn it. I am invincible. Climbing, steady. 2-0. Who's keeping check? That's gotta be it. I mean, that's a good run, dude. Oh, baby. Mr. 720. Okay. Whew. 2 accelerants, 1 removal, crappy dragon. But I'm gonna believe in the heart of the cards, mate. Because this is gonna be the match. I feel it. That means, like, man, the probability of drawing like a cool dragon is very, very high. All the 4 ofs are what, like 8%? Yeah. Which is the highest, a land. Yeah. So let's say white. Then Interesting stuff at the higher numbers. Boros shenanigans. We're on the draw against an aggro deck. We better get some flying stuff quickly. You've got to be kidding me, mate. I'm tempted to concede. Thought standard was for this nonsense. Interesting, though. Might need to take note. Mr. 720 is playing some Boros shenaniganzos. I wonder what else you've got in this brew. I'm gonna play this out as much as I can. So, okay, he gets rid of my fire. Stuff it. I think it's time to block with the Whelp. This Luminarch Aspirant is a problematic problem, that's for sure. There it is. I think that's probably gonna just be the game, eh? Most certainly. Taking 7, 8. Oh god. Good game. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. What was the removal? Valorous Stance. I wonder what the red is for. Now I'm curious. Eye of the tiger. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. So just some good old fashioned, like, mono white with a bit of red removal. Nice. Very nice. Well played. I'm a huge fan of Boros aggro. You haven't guessed already from my previous videos. By the way, there's no music in my headphones. Just, it's in my brain. What can I say? Eye of the Tiger. Oh. Eye of the Tiger, baby. We got this. Top deck a freaking Whelp. Yeah. Wolfies. No Whelps. Ortel Kaya. I like that they sometimes think that that's Doomscar. Ooh. Bad. Oh, so bad. Saved by the Dragonfire. Lucky. Not off to the greatest start. I probably should have mulliganed, but if we get the 4th land, we will be very much rewarded. Come on. Yes, baby! A little slow on the plan, but now he can't attack through this. And he needs to start taking some damage. Here comes Tovelar, probably. This is the new addition to this deck that I think just makes it pop. It's better than the Planeswalker that is like made for it. It's ridiculous. It's so strong. Look at that. It's almost too strong. I don't know what to do about that. We've lost again. I'm surprised it's not cropping up like a lot more. It's so close, but then we lose the next turn. I wish it was enough. Dang it. On to the next match. Bump, ba-da-dum, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Still no chance to cast the Gambit off of the Velomachus. We need to get, you know, one of those games where the deck fully unfolds. It feels pretty spectacular. Nadaar. 92%. Great hand. Amazing hand. Fantastic hand. Nothing away. Ooh, Azorius control or probably Esper. Captain, you have the heart. Yeah, he's very good. Now your turn 3 purge thing majig is kind of useless. Because I got turn 4 stuff down on turn 3. I kind of, yeah, I've been taking control guys out for lunch. I'd rather he counter this than my Moonveil Regent. I anyway get the token. Sure. Kind of expecting that. So boring. Don't get me started on the freaking what's his face. Oh, Hullbreaker Horror. This bouncy nonsense, like just Fading Hope, field divided by 0, Fading Hope, divided by 0, you can't get anything done, and then, oh, Hullbreaker Horror. Oh god, it's the worst nightmare that I'd rather just play anything else. Honestly. It's become my, like, I'd rather play as it turns, and the worst is when it's like the fusion of the two. The first land was okay, that's enough white. 1 mana regent. Okay. Problem of a Doomscar next turn, which could be very, very problematic. Okay, maybe not. I've seen a few lists cropping up of this, like Azorius aggro. I think Hello Good Game put something similar out a few days back. It's pretty sweet also. I prefer it in standard without this weird stuff. Okay, never mind. We got a dude trying to make fish randomly out of a spellbook. We're gonna swing at you for a decent amount of damage there. Decline. He might have a Fading Hope. Okay, still get a very, very decent hit in. Doomscar for sure. No? Okay. Ooh, cheeky. You can do that a few times and like that. Twice. See, lucky I checked up. Oop. Interesting. What's he doing? He must have another one. The bugger. Get the trigger. Oh, I was hoping for the Gambit. He can take out 2 things again and block the Whelp probably. So he'll take out the Velomachus and one of the 4s. He's taking 4 potentially. Let's see which one he blocks. The Whelp. Down to 3. I'm gonna take 4, 5, 6. So tight, but I can't. No, I can't make den either. Whew. He has a way of pumping his squad. Okay. Okay, he just made a duplicate of a random creature from my library. It's probably gonna be like one of these dragons. That's crazy. Okay. Why good game? Okay. Okay. Thank you for just conceding. I mean, you could have probably not attacked with your spectral adversary and... Okay. Nice. What are we sitting on? 35 minutes. We definitely got time for at least a couple more matches. I really want to get that Gambit off. There's gonna be a tournament with Alchemy with this format coming. I think it's like, well, it's before the release of the next set, so we'll get to see the pros. How many times does that happen? Angelfire gets bottomed, the next card you draw is an Angelfire. It's like just every time. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna... So facciamo? My son is a little bit sick. Okay. That's lovely. Lovely, lovely top deck. Yeah, my poor boy's got a bit of a fever. Mr. Zambia, 1,503. Playing a teamer deck. Interesting. He swings with the Magda. He's either got a plan that like the mana she'll make because he'll get 2, or make it so that she'll survive the block from the Town-razer, or he's not going to swing because he knows there's no way to do that. Or he's sacrificing the Magda because he just wants the 2 treasures, regardless. And I don't know whether to take that risk and block it, or let it come through. Whew. Paid off, and we top decked our mana. Just bam bam. Picture perfect. There might be a counter here, let's check. No. Sometimes, you know, because he's splashing blue, maybe there's some like test of talents hidden away in a mostly Gruul deck. You better have something, dude. Presenting a lethal. Dispatched. On to the next one. Come on, let's get into like, I really want to hit like 100%. It's been a while. Get into the numbers. It's been a long while. I think I'm just going to grind this out a little bit when I'm not recording during the last bit of this month. It's you know, once you get comfy with the brew and the win rate's good, you just keep at it. Maybe fine tune it, make little adjustments. Maybe you come up across some different problems in the meta, make a few, you know, changes here and there, but when it feels good and you're just winning, ride that as long as you can. I know it gets boring. I'm the first victim of that problem. Can't help but like change deck every game, but it's not a way to get really good at the game. I think most players that are pro will tell you the same thing. Like, sometimes it's good to just pick a deck and shred with it. Let's go with red. Oh, man, this is just becoming the best hand ever. Although we're playing probably against some pretty horrible stuff. By the looks of things, I have a Hullbreaker horror feeling about this deck. Divide by 0. It's so boring. It's so bored of it. Luckily, this guy's fast. For once. Double whammy. We can play a Velomachus next turn already. So I think we'll just do exactly that. He's probably got a Fading Hope, no? Nice. Whiff. Some horrible freaking Velomachus things happening. Yeah, the double whelp is quite ridiculous. I mean, we can play out this whole hand of dragons if we wanted to next turn. Even if he gets rid of one, we got another. But this is starting to get like dangerous levels of mana for a control deck. Okay, he's still digging for some nonsense. Another stupid card. Never should have been made. He's got 4 mana available. Let's not forget. Try and force some interaction before attacking. Yeah, that's great. Tap out. It's just great. So great, you don't even know. Oh my god, and that's even just greater. How do you like them apples? Let's see if we get the Gambit now. Oh yes. You get an extra turn. I could have even cast the Hellkite, but whatever. So you see, we would have lost the game there if we, you know, if there was any way I might not have done that and taken the risk, you know, if they maybe had enough mana for 2 Fading Hopes and I wasn't going to have enough whelps to kill him or whatever, I wouldn't have picked the Gambit there. But because there's just no way there was any way out, take the extra turn, really put the nail in the coffin. Dispatched. Bye-bye, is it control? Yeah, that felt good. All right, we have reached the 45-minute mark, so I think we're just going to end it on that beautiful win. And yeah, jump back into the deck for this final thoughts and wrap-up segment of the video. But I don't think I have much left to add. We have been discussing the play lines and the deck at length, and I had a pretty lengthy deck tech. So yeah, I think if you have a little bit more budget minded, you know, there's a lot of rares. I am aware of that. You could definitely put some other dragons in here and like start from there, and then as you get wild cards, just flesh it out. There's some red and white dragons. Oop. Okay, where's my A gone? White dragon can be cost reduced by Fearsome Whelp. These ones that have the color before, white dragon, red dragon, they cost a lot and they were completely unplayable. But with the Fearsome Whelp, which is uncommon, so it's like a really easy on-ramp into Alchemy if you want to give it a whirl. It's fun for a while, but I think it's a little bit too much OP, and I really hate some of the mechanics, but don't worry, for those of you who love it, it was fun. And when the next batch of Alchemy cards gets released about a month after Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, once Standard starts to feel maybe a little bit stale, we'll definitely be switching back and forth again, so don't you worry. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, especially those of you who stick around to the end. As you know, you're my favorite people in the whole wide world. Thank you. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all tomorrow for some fresh brews. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.